Hi, my name is Lillian Reese,
I'm Jekar.
and this is School Tips. Our first school tip is studying. When we study, we tend to study in a non-quiet environment, and that results in a bad grade on a test. To make sure that doesn't happen, how about next time you study in a quiet environment so that can get an easy A? Even if you don't get an A, it's still a good environment for you to study.
Our second school tip is about your AR goals. To make sure that you pass on your AR goal, make sure to check it at least once per quarter. So that way you can assure yourself how much more reading you have to do in order to finish your goal. So that way you can at least get an A.
I'm Lillian,
I'm Jack.
and this has been School Tips.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Grace with Olivia Croce here for Student Spotlight. Olivia Croce is a 6th grade student here at St. Rose. So Olivia, what's it like being a middle schooler now?
It's fun. At first I was a little scared, but now I think it's fine.
Cool. So what would you consider something you do for fun?
Probably hang out with my friends and doing sports.
I heard 6th grade's a little different this year. Could you elaborate on that?
Well, we're in the library. At first I didn't like it, but now I think it's good.
And finally, what would you consider your favorite subject at school?
Probably science because of all the experiments and Mrs. Batory as my teacher.
Well, I'm Grace, this is Olivia Croce, and that's it for Student Spotlight.
The weather news today. It'll be rising up to a 77 degrees, then cooling down to a nice 54. And there's a 60% chance of rain, so keep those umbrellas handy. Time for a weather joke. What do you call it when it rains chickens and ducks? Foul weather.
Hi, my name is Lillian Reese, and this is Throwbacks. First, in 1991, Dr. Seuss died of cancer. And second, Honda is found in 1948.
Today is September 24th, and it is a feast day of Our Lady of Ransom. The Feast of Our Lady of Ransom is a Roman Catholic liturgical Marian feast. That means that's a feast about Mary. Our Lady of Ransom is depicted holding a scapular. Lastly, her name was changed to Our Lady of Mercy. See you next time on the Saint of the Day.
Hi, we have Mr. Kosick here for Teacher Spotlight. What's your opinion on this pandemic and affecting your job?
Well, it hasn't affected my job too much other than I didn't work for a couple weeks. But it's been nice having everybody back in school finally and having all the students back here.
What's it like working in the office?
Some days it's quiet and some days it can get pretty loud depending on how many kids are coming in to see Nurse Michelle.
How has school been working during the pandemic?
It's been better than I expected. Everybody's been really easy and it's been really good, but you know, we've just been kind of rolling with all the changes and everything going on with the state and their changes and daily life around here.
And that's been Teacher Spotlight.
This is World News. The wildfires have affected Oregon, Washington, and California. They have burned over 5 million acres of land, and people can't go outside due to the toxic air coming from it. 2 new major outbreaks on COVID in Brazil and India, so wash your hands and wear a mask. News on the election. Joe Biden currently has the poll over Donald Trump, and that's it for World News.
Hi, and welcome to sports. First off, the NBA is finishing up with the NBA Finals starting next week on September 30th. The East and West are finishing up with the Eastern Miami Heat leading over the Boston Celtics 2-1, and the LA Lakers leading over the Denver Nuggets 2-0.
College football is just starting up, and the rankings are shaping up with the top teams being Clemson, Alabama, Oklahoma, Florida, and Georgia. The Pac-12 and Big Ten are currently not playing, but the Big Ten is hoping to start back up October 24th.
Finally, with the NFL is just starting up with the hot games from Week 1 and 2 being the Tampa Bay Buccaneers getting beat by the New Orleans Saints 34-23, and a major upset with the Washington football team beating the Philadelphia Eagles 27-17. And finally, my team, the Cleveland Browns, lost their first game 38-6, but came back in week 2 by beating the Cincinnati Bengals 30-35. That's it for sports. I'm Grant.
And I'm Jack.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear whoever's birthday it is today.